Hey everybody. I just had a real crazy idea. I'm watching this video, this guy talking about Moana, and I just had this really weird thought. All right, you know how some people say that we evolved from fish and all that, right? And then went from fish to mammals and this and that and this and that. How the fuck did creatures like how did creatures come out of salt water and get on land and know to drink non-salt water? That doesn't make any fucking sense, does it? You can't sit here and tell me, and it's weird, I just really thought about this. It just blew my mind. If creatures came from the salt water, right? And they went on the land, do they, you would have to theoretically at first, I guess, go back into the ocean to get your food because if, go through evolution, there really shouldn't be any really sort of food for the creatures on the land. Now, yeah, there's creatures that are in the water that eat birds and, stuff like that. I can understand that. But I'm really talking about, like, think far back, like they say that before there were birds, there were fish. And then somehow, theoretically, the fish that was on land somehow developed wings to fly. They say this kind of shit, right? How the fuck can you go from being in a saltwater pool to knowing you have to drink fresh water to live? It doesn't make sense. Why do we as humans, we cannot at all drink salt water and live? You cannot drink that shit and live. It's impossible. We all know that. So even with an evolution of some sort, we should be able to still drink salt water, right? So how can a creature evolve out of water to drink fresh water? That's the question I'm asking. How can a creature that was born in water, salt water, start to drink fresh water? Now there is this thing I seen in the ocean, and it was pretty fucking cool. It was where the salt water met the fresh water, right? So are you going to tell me that even then, so there were creatures that were in the salt water that went over to the fresh water and was like, oh yeah, I can breathe and drink this shit? When they tell you you can't take a saltwater creature and put it in fresh water because it'll die, and you can't take a freshwater creature and put it in salt water because it will die, what the fuck does that mean? That it really doesn't make sense. Does it to y'all? I'm just wondering, really, because as I'm sitting here thinking, this is the first time I've ever thought this, and I don't think I've ever heard no one say this before. To be honest, no, I haven't. But that's that right there. I'm gonna go look that up in just a second. But somebody hit me up, like, just let me know what y'all think about this, because this is crazy as fuck. Like, I'm sitting here thinking about this, and it's like, that's like, what do they call it? Reverse osmosis? But you can't pull a reverse osmosis from not accepting to accepting. Like, poison's always been poison. Poison has never changed. There are people, like, there's this guy, he gets bit by snakes. I think the dude's dead. I don't know if he is or not. But he has like a snake farm and he injects himself with all kinds of snake venom, right? So he could have antibodies. And I've heard, through them shits, I don't know if it's true or not. They said that they use his blood for antidote, supposedly. But it's still poison to everybody else. And that's one man out of what, maybe billions of people that can do something similar. So that makes me ask and beg the question once again. How the fuck can a creature go from drinking salt water and eventually learning that it needs some sort of water? Because the thing is, maybe their gills filter out the salt. I don't know. But I don't know. I think there are creatures that can go back and forth. Are there? I don't know, because I know there are even freshwater dolphins. There are freshwater dolphins. But I've never heard of those dolphins going, into the ocean. Now, I do know of, what are they? Trout? Are they trout? Yeah, trout. Trout go, but it's a process though. They go from saltwater fish to freshwater fish. But we're talking about going from saltwater to breathing air, and from breathing air to drinking fresh water. You kind of see what I'm saying? That's a three-peated process right there that I don't know. Because why would your body, I guess because the sun will make you sweat out the salt, and so you would still need a form of water. But how many, I don't know. Just hit me up. Tell me what y'all think, man. I'm just 5 minutes long. I didn't mean to make it this long. It's just fucking perplexing. All right. Peace.